because everybody seems to have their own truth. There's really only one truth, what it is and what it's not. And so when people start having their own truths, then that's when problems happen. That's when men go into women's bathrooms and attack other, women because they say that they're trans and they're really not. They're taken away from people who really do live like that, but they're playing on that. You know what I'm saying? So where do we draw the line with that? You know what I'm saying? Because if that is who you are, that's who you are. But if it's some pervert men that just want to freak off in the bathroom with some women or some little girls or in a spa. Did you see the video where the man was in a spa walking around with his stuff hanging out in a woman's spa? Like, how do we fix that? Like,
that's true.
Yeah,
that's my point.
It's dangerous,
It's fair enough. Well, if you could play that first video.
Who the fuck is gonna stand up for us? Who the fuck stands up for us? And us, I mean women, real women, biological women, women who were born with all the parts that you guys wish that you were. When does the delusion stop? What is the difference between you and someone who has been diagnosed to be mentally insane? What's the only difference is you don't have a straitjacket on. Stop talking out your fucking ass. Wake up. How are you projecting your anger on real women? Because we are the gatekeepers. We are the gatekeepers for periods. We the only one that fucking bleed, honey. We the only ones that can give birth. We make y'all people. We make y'all. Y'all come from us. You can't be us. You will never. You're chasing something you'll never, ever get.
What's your thoughts on this?
That was a response video, right? Because initially there was a trans woman that said, you women don't gatekeep. And she had a certain amount of energy with it. So I think that the way that she responded was just what was put out there first. I do feel that there are some trans women, and I don't know you, but there are some trans women who are in competition with women. And to say, I'm a woman because I feel like a woman, like, what does that mean? That's the question that I really, really want to know. Like, what does that mean? I feel like a woman. What does feeling like a woman mean to you? And I'm genuinely asking. I was irritated. I was offended because the energy was not necessary. You can't, and I don't, can I just be frank? And I'm not offended. Yeah. I'm not trying to offend anybody, right? But you can't start living as a woman for the last 3 or 4 years, 5 years, and then tell somebody who's been a woman for the last 30 years what being a woman is. You can't say that we're jealous that you're a woman because if I went and got surgery and did this and did that, I can look like that too. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like a lot of trans women are making it a competition that it does not have to be. And this is where the disconnect is coming from. I don't appreciate having to be called a cisgender woman. I don't even know what that means, right? So don't refer to me as that. And then when I have that conversation, it's like I'm being transphobic or I'm being this or that because I don't want you to call me something. If I can respect other people's pronouns and how they live, do the same thing for me. And I feel that there's this movement against real women and trans women. I just do.
When you say movement, what do you mean exactly?
Where it's becoming a competition, where we're at odds when we don't have to be, right? Because we're in 2 different lanes, right? And I live and let live. I don't care, but don't try to make me accept certain things that I just don't want to accept, right? And I have my right to not want to accept certain things or certain terms or to be labeled a certain kind of way. But they're forcing it down our throats. And I don't appreciate that. I mean, I'm on TikTok all the time and I'm seeing trans women. You real women are just jealous because your men want us. You real women are just jealous because you don't look as good as, like, where's all of that coming from? Like, what is that about? you know, but then as soon as you respond, like Just Hilarious did, now we're transphobic and people are disgusted with us. But nobody is saying nothing about the stuff that's coming to us.
Understand.
I have no problems with trans people. I have a problem with it being pushed in schools. I have a problem with it being pushed on me and me being made to feel like I'm a horrible person because I feel like there's just men and women, right? There's no really in between. There's trans women, but you're not a real woman to me. You know, you're a woman in your own right, a trans woman. And I think that's where I get a lot of flack from, because I see us as two totally different entities. You know, I still love you as a sister and everything, but you're not, I don't consider it real womanhood, because there's things that you would never feel as a trans woman that I feel as a woman outside of a period. You know, it's just biological things that just happen to our body, certain hormones that we have, just ways that my body react when I'm with my man, just the way that I think. Is just so many different things that you will never experience. So to say that I'm a real woman too, I can't buy into that.